TGIF, good morning. Thank God it's Friday. Welcome back. If you're new to the live stream, awesome. Welcome. If you're returning to the live stream, even better. Good to see you back on here. On the first half, we will cover Bitcoin, altcoins, stocks, ETFs, whatever jumps at us on the watch list. Obviously, we've been tracking the dollar, gold, silver, and the VIX, which broke out. We talked about it on every single live stream. It was coiling. So, and on the second half of the live stream, we will cover your chart requests. So to make sure to put in all the details so I can search for it quickly, keep the live streaming over here. Mike's good. Yep. And just double check. PTSD from going 22 minutes in the past without no mic on. And obviously, none of this is financial advice. Obviously, this is for educational purposes only. And hopefully we have a little bit of entertainment along the way. Even if that means making fun of me, it's okay. I can handle it. I can take it. But good morning to all. Good morning, Market Sniper in the house. What's up? What's up? First like. Nice. Dr. Payne 7428. Why so painful? Why so painful? Oh, good one, Jesse. Good, Jesse. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Oil is on fire. Yep. And gas prices just filled up yesterday. Woo-wee. All of a sudden it went from, for the cheap gas, the 87 octane, went from like $4.50 here in Southern California. Yesterday, I filled up for $5.50 per gallon, and that was the 87 octane. So yeah, oil is on fire, and fuel prices are on fire, literally. Any plans to add automated patterns? Oh, we already did. It's already on there. Justin, are you already a market sniper? Justin Worthington 7864. No, not to TradingView. No, but we have it on our own charting platform. So we still use TradingView as a bridge, and we can get into it more later. But I want to get into Bitcoin first. So we'll probably do Bitcoin for like 10 minutes first, and then jump back over. Yeah, we already have it on here. I'll show it to you. It's already on the charting platform that we have on our portal. So it's already on here with the indicators. We have automatic gap detection, trading patterns, auto trend lines, chart patterns. We have it all on there already. So yeah. Cool. But I'll cover a little bit more in a little bit. Morgan, yo, Jesse from Wales. Awesome. Welcome. Cool. So with that, Dr. Payne's in the house. Just a quick recap of this chart. In case you're brand new to the live stream, we always like to do a little quick recap, get into the flow, remind everyone that we've been on the right side of this since day one or day two, right? So even leading up into this new all-time high on October 6th, we were talking about that it was going through a topping pattern before it made the top. It was going through a topping pattern. Bearish divergence, all that stuff. Price created additional bearish divergence. And then on October 8th, I posted the infamous Wyckoff distribution chart and drew out the squiggly lines. And the squiggly lines played out like 96%, almost perfectly accurate. 96%. Like 95, 96%. Played out almost perfectly, right? All the way down to 80,500. Over here on October 10th on the sell signal for the daily chart, when price closed below the trading dots, I posted the weekly chart, Bitcoin bear market roadmap, laid it all out in advance, and we'll cover that chart a little bit later. So here we are. Over here in October, I talked about It's probably the last time you're going to be able to sell your Bitcoin at $110,000. Not the last time. The last time you'll be able to sell it at $110,000 for a while is what I said. For a while. What does that mean? Well, I was thinking at least 2 years, right? A while to me is at least 2 years. You know, assuming we're in a bear mic check. Yep. I hit the mic. Assuming we're in the bear market for say 12 months and then price for it to come all the way back up to 110,000 probably take a couple of years, right? And in hindsight, that was true, right? So far, uh, that was the last time you could sell your Bitcoin at $110,000. Now it's at $68,000. And we are, how far along are we into it? We are 151 days into it. So, what is it, 5 months? 5 months of the bear market so far. In hindsight, that's true. It's a while, right? A while might mean something different to you, means something different to me. But what I was thinking a while was 2 years. So, oh, let me turn the banner off. I got the banner off. Hi. No. No, no. There we go. Oh, J.O. for sure. For sure. Daddy Semper for life. How are you? Yep. Marcus Semper in the house. What's up? Are you tired of being right? Never. I love being right. But that's the competitive nature. That's what fuels me. What fuels me is I'm very competitive and I like to be right. And I'm not as annoying as I used to be about throwing it in your face that I'm right. When I was a kid, a teenager, early 20s, late teens, oh, I would throw it in your face on how right I was. The last bear market, 2022, even in my early 40s, I was pretty annoying. Lost a lot of cyber friends, don't care. Lost a lot of cyber friends. This bear market, I have a 20-month-old baby. I'm not as annoying. It's all about her now. Love her to death. And so older age, right? Coming up, I'm mid to late 40s transition right now. So I'm still very competitive and I still like to be right. But when I'm right, I'm not as annoying, I don't think. I've calmed down. Yeah. Would you view AVG's idea? We'll come back to it. We'll do the chart requests on the second half of the live stream. But getting back into the flow, talked about $110,000 Bitcoin could be the last time you could sell it for a while. It's 5 months later. Price is getting oversold. We were talking about watch for a bounce, watch for a relief rally. And we had this target laid out. The exact same two market snapper targets that were hit in 2022 of March, April 2022 were hit again. The exact same two targets. And that was a 21.5-ish bounce. Then we were talking about price breaking back down, sell signal below the trailing dots, below this upper sloping trend line. Here we are again. But before we get into it, this is all the hindsight. We laid it out in advance as the foresight crew. It was over here at, what was it, $81,000. Talking about we could see a very quick move to the downside, all the way down to 66,000 and even below. A long squeeze, the opposite of a short squeeze. Not because I have a magic crystal ball, but because there was billions of long liquidations all the way down to 66,000. And in hindsight, that was accurate again. We went from 81,000 down to 66,000 in days, not weeks, not months, in days, from 81 to 66,000, and continue to push. At 66,000, said we could see all the way down to 58,000. There's still hundreds of millions of long liquidations. And price push all the way down to 60,000 or slightly below, depending on the exchange. We're expecting bounces. And from that wick, we just saw a 22% bounce, right? consolidated, bullish divergence, higher low, 22% bounce. And then before the breakout on the live stream, we were talking about we could see a fake out, come back down, and then start making its move all the way down. Why? Not because we're a perma bear. We are definitely not a perma bear. But we read the charts as they are. Is it a bear market or is it a bull market? And the bearish momentum is to the downside, not only on the daily chart, the weekly chart, 2-week chart, 3-week chart, monthly chart. So we're going to get into all of that. But before we get into all of it and dig in deep, because we dig in deep every single day. Ooh, whale alert. 74,600,000 minted. Cool. uh, so before we jump into it, we're gonna come over here. You can find our website over here on Market Sniper Pro. Follow us or Jesse Olson. You can find marketsniper.pro, and then the website talks about all the features. 70 plus hours of recorded coaching. 70 plus hours. I went hard. I went deep. I put all my energy into it, and still remains today. Community. We built an online community, and we still use Discord as a bridge, but we have the online community that we're building out on our website portal as well. We have our own indicators, all that stuff, setups. I haven't posted setup in a few weeks though, because everything looks like it's rolling over and most people buy the dip. So just kind of waiting for a good buy the dip scenario. We have our own dashboard, and then of course the charting system. So the charting system over here, we still use TradingView as a bridge as well, but we use we have our own charting system with the sniper. We recreated all the indicators and put them on our own. This is all backed by Python code, whereas TradingView is PineScript code, and PineScript's not the easiest to work with. There's always syntax errors. This is so much better now. Python is, in my opinion, is more reliable too. So I just like it so much better that we built it on our own platform with Python code. So you can still use TradingView. We have all the indicators over there still, but the indicators over here, you can filter it by sniper. These are our own built ones, but all of them, we created the simple moving average, weighted, auto trend lines, chart patterns, gap detection. So this is showing the gap detection automatically. These trend lines are automatically drawn not only on price, but also drawn on RSI, right? You can see this trend line was broken on Apple. And let's see, just make the chart a little bit bigger. Chart patterns. We have the chart patterns on there, and then you can select which ones you want on there or not. Show flags, head and shoulders, show double top. Like, it could get very messy. So probably want to, you could leave them all on there, but so that's the patterns, gap detection, all of that. Daily chart, it'll pull the gaps just for the weekly chart as well. So it covers it all. But one of my favorite features is, this is all amazing. I love it. But filtering out through the sniper indicators, and we've talked about on a previous video on the consolidation filter and all that stuff, which is awesome. But just to give an idea, RSI bearish divergence, LPTH, not only in the weekly chart, but on the daily chart as well. You can flip back and forth, right? Bearish divergence, all that stuff. But there's so many different filters you could add, MACD divergence, consolidation, all that. So whether that's looking for the next one to short or the next one to go long on, you can filter it out any way you want. And as of right now, we have over almost 4,100 to choose from. We had like 8,000, but we eliminated a lot of them that don't have volume because, you know, it doesn't have volume. So if there's not a lot of volume of trading, you're, it's gonna be harder to trade them, number one. Number two, the fills aren't gonna be as good. So we narrowed it down. Yeah, we could add a lot more, and we will in the future. Like, we don't have futures on here yet, but we will, all in good time. We just got to make sure that the data is correct and that then beta test it and all that stuff. But so that's another reason why we still use TradingView as a bridge, because it does have futures over there that I have. So how do we get into Market Cyber Pro? Yeah, it's $49 a month, and some of the people were paying $79 a month, and you get everything from before plus a lot more. So you actually get a lot more. You get the whole charting system, the screener, all of that, and it's $30 less per month, unless you're an original that was paying $49 is the same price. But anyone who is paying for recorded coaching $79 a month, it's only $49 a month now, so it's actually cheaper. We've added more tools and it's cheaper, right? So smart, Jesse, smart. So yeah. Yeah, just direct message Alex or me. So yeah, I'll take a look at it. Yeah, you remain on Discord, but you also get the whole backend portal. So there's a lot that we've added on since October. So you're not utilizing all the bang for your buck. You're not utilizing all the bang for your buck. It's $49 per month, but it's includes everything. The trading view stuff, our own charting system, dashboard, all that stuff. So but with that, let's get back to it. This is the path, and also drew out the blue path that would be similar to over here, right? So if it kind of pushed up, came back down the train dots, came up, right? Drew this out on yesterday's. So yesterday, right? Same path, same path. Yep, yep, yep. We got so much more coming down the pipeline. We already have. Well, last time I checked, it was like a week ago. We had 250,000 lines of code. That's just what we've rolled out. We have so much more beta testing, and at any moment, once I feel good about it, I can release the AI too. That the AI has been trained on all the recorded coaching videos. It's been trained on all my charts, all of that stuff. So we have so much more coming down the pipeline. It's never going to get worse. It's only going to get better. So, yep. A lot coming down the pipeline. So we're building every single day. Every single day. So there we go. Pending sell signal. Pending sell signal on the daily chart. The one difference is, though, and why we could see another push up. This sell signal was below the trending dots. This one's currently above the trending dots. So just keeping that in mind. But we're expecting this to be a fake out to the upside, aka a bull trap, right? 21.5%, wick to wick, 22%. So far, right? So that's where we're at there. Let's switch over to the weekly chart. Weekly chart, still consolidating, letting the trending dots catch up. The bear market roadmap over here that we put out on October 10th, the exact same chart. We're just watching the exact same chart unfold. Here is where we're at. Here's where the fractal we laid out on October 10th. So we'll see how it continues to play out the way that we mapped it out, right? That's the weekly chart. Big potential wick, right? Price got all the way to 74,000. What do I always say? What do I always say? Oh, yeah, that's right. It's not how the candle starts, it's how it closes, right? That's more important to me. So wick all the way up, trap some more longs, wick all the way up, and then reverse back down, right? So rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. So that's the weekly chart. We'll cover the 2-week chart, all that stuff. And then over here, I like the visual aspect of it. Yes, sir. Expect bounces along the way. Yep. Wes Diddy in the house. Let's go. Thank you for lunch this week, my man. One of my top 5 people. Wes Diddy. If you need any mortgages, he's licensed in like 14 states. I used to be in the mortgage business with Wes Diddy over there, 4825. Real estate, mortgage, longtime friend since 2015. We met in the business. He's still in the business, top producer over there. He's got a good team. Love it. Love it. Started sending my friends and family over to him, all that stuff, right? So I'm out of the game. I've been out of the game since 2021. As soon as I was able to have 6-figure swing trades, more than one, then I was able to get out of the mortgage gang over there. But Wes Diddy's still in the mortgage gang over there. So if you need a mortgage, he'll put you in debt. He'll happily put you in debt. He's a mean pickleballer too. He's a mean pickleballer. I don't even play him in pickleball anymore. So, too good. I don't like to lose. So if he's just slaughtering me in pickleball, I don't want to play. So there we go. Not to get too sidetracked, but yeah, this is another view of the same Bitcoin market roadmap. This is the opportunity zone, aka buy the right dip. Early in the week, we were showing this little bounce, this little blip on the radar, and it was like a little tiny blip, and then it pushed higher to 74,000, and it looked a lot bigger. And now here we are towards the end, getting closer and closer to looking very similar. And then it's possible we see the next push down next week. So, of course, they could start with the wick and then close lower, which means next week could close like 64,000 below this pivot point, right? Or lower in the next 2 weeks. Could close down here below the 200-week SMA. So the next week or two, that would put us at the end of, what was that? Yeah, middle of March, possibly. So let me check. Yes, not a bull market. Oh, the perma bulls, the up only crew, move the goalpost from end of 2025, $250,000 Bitcoin, to the end of the first quarter, $250,000 Bitcoin by the end of the first quarter. Guess what? The end of the first quarter ends in 3 weeks. So that's not happening. Now they're moving into sometime in 2026. We'll see $250,000 Bitcoin. No, we won't. It's going to take time for the momentum to get turned around. It's going to take time for the momentum to get turned around. Assuming the momentum gets turned around, it's going to take time. It's possible we see a new all-time high in 2027, at the end of 2027, heading into 2028, but that still doesn't have it at $250,000 Bitcoin. So This move from 50,000 to $150,000, let's say, would take a market cap increase of $2 trillion to get to 150, let alone 250,000. That has never happened in the history of Bitcoin. In a 3-month span, the most the market cap has ever moved without a big correction is 1 trillion. So if it moves a trillion, correction. Moves a trillion, correction. Moves a trillion, correction, right? It's going to take time. Never in the history. The last time Bitcoin had a blow off top, the market cap. Oh, idle. You're not supposed to see those. Beta test. Relax. Beta test. I told you, I'm always a couple of steps ahead. And we're beta testing. Maybe beta testing it for a couple of months. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But it makes me curious. What's happening? Okay. Let's see real quick. 1 second. Okay. Great. Awesome. Put a smile on my face. Love to see visions come to play. Love to see them work out. Love to see things happening in real time. Love it. Don't sleep on the market snipers. Big things happening. Don't sleep on us. So, long-time market snipers. The future is optimistic. The future is bright. So, so that's why I don't think $250,000 Bitcoin by the end of 2026, or sometime in 2026, could it happen? Sure, but the reality is it's never happened before. Is this time different? Maybe, but this time could be different in a negative way too. Is possible, right? And we've been talking about this. We've been talking about it. I'm optimistic for this scenario. I hope we see a 2022 repeat. I honestly do. But we don't know if that's going to happen or not, because Bitcoin has never experienced a dot-com like bubble crash. Bitcoin has never experienced a 2008 like crash. Bitcoin was created and released afterwards, and since then we've had corrections, but we haven't had like a massive bear market. And how would Bitcoin perform? It would perform worse, in my opinion, right? In my opinion, it would perform worse. I treat it like a tech stock. Tech stocks get crushed. Even Amazon got crushed in the dot-com bubble, like 92, 95% correction, right? So this is my optimistic approach. If we see a dot-com like or 2008 like crash, this is why, even though this is the opportunity zone historically, I'm still waiting to buy the right dip. I'm still going to wait to buy the right dip. Why? Because what if that dip keeps dipping? What if the bullish divergence, assuming that the market bosses give us bullish divergence again, what if the bullish divergence was way down here, as an example? And what if it took a lot longer than 12 months? I'll be ready to buy the right dip, whether that is higher, whether that is similar to 2022 in the opportunity zone, or whether that is lower. I care, but I don't really care, right? The lower, okay, it'd be fine. I would just be buying a lot lower, right? I'm not hoping for it. I'm actually hoping for the 2022 scenario to play out. But if it does play out lower, it's probably a bonus, right? It's probably a bonus. So we'll see how it plays out in real time. Like I said, we don't have a magic crystal ball, but that would be a more likely scenario, in my opinion, than going to $250,000 by the end of quarter 2026, quarter one, right? No, I just covered that. No, I do not. I do not. I wait to buy the right dip. Even though historically the opportunity zone is historically dollar cost averaging in the opportunity zone underneath the 200-week SMA is historically a good time to buy. I don't buy blindly. I wait for that higher probability reversal, just like I did January 4th, 2023. Bitcoin was still at 16,800. I'm not worried about buying the right dip. And in fact, it looked more like that, right? So I was buying the right dip over here. Bullish divergence, called it out. Pending buy signal on the daily chart, right? It was all, well, you'd have to go back over here. It was all over here in January, right? Breaking out, breaking out, breaking out. Long-term bullish divergence on the weekly chart, couple months worth. So no, I don't, because for the exact reason that I just talked about is, what if there's a bigger market correction and it continues to dip down? I personally don't want to buy at 55,000 and it comes down to 25,000. I don't want to buy at $87,000 because it's on discount from, like, at 86,000 because it was at 126 and it's $40,000 off. Because why? The dip keeps dipping down to 60,000. I'm not buying at 66,000, even though it's $60,000 off from 126, because it could keep dipping down to 46,000. I don't buy at 46,000 without a higher probability reversal because it could go down to 26,000. Right? I'm looking to buy the right dip, but historically, this is the opportunity zone. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. I'm just telling you my plan, but you should have your own plan. You should never copy trade me whatsoever. Never. You should learn to do it yourself. And I put in 70 plus hours to teach you. So, right or wrong, I've been on the right side more often than not. So, will I be 100% accurate? Never. I will never be 100% accurate. We just take all the data that we can, stack the probabilities in our favor, and continue to sniper the markets to the best of our ability. That's all we can do. And automate the crap out of everything. Let's automate everything. Full automation mode. $68,138, depending on what exchange you're looking at. Who would have thought? Right? I was told at 74,000 we're going back to new all-time highs. What's going on? These experts out there. Let's cover the 2-week chart, the hodl. Let's get off the line chart. Let's get back on the candles. Yep, red trending dots, still trending downward. Bitcoin futures, yep, red trending dots, still trending downward on the weekly chart. Bitcoin versus gold. Still oversold. Thoughts on Kraken getting a Fed master account? I mean, it doesn't impact my charts whatsoever. I don't know what that means, but it doesn't impact my charts. I do the best of my ability to block out, like, news, narratives, noise. I'm aware of what's going on in the world, but it doesn't impact my charts for swing trading. It might impact you if you're scalping or day trading, but not swing trades. So charts will tell you what's happening, and then the news tell you why it happened in hindsight. We're the foresight crew. Bitcoin versus gold. Never in the history of Bitcoin versus gold have we seen a downward sloping 200-week moving average. We've been talking about it. It's downward sloping. That's not bullish. That's bearish. This time is different. on this chart. Never in the history of Bitcoin versus gold did we ever see a monthly RSI close at 34. Just happened. Broke multiple long-term trend lines to the downside. Never in the history have we ever seen that, Bitcoin versus gold. Narratives follow price. Price follows divergence. Divergence tells you where price is going to go. Price tells you what's happening in real time. And narratives tell you why price happens, in my opinion. So as we're all in on divergences. But divergence alone is not enough for a strategy. It's just giving you a warning sign ahead of time, right? An amazing warning sign. Thank you, market bosses, for always giving us divergence. not always, but more often than not, giving us divergence. I appreciate it. I truly appreciate it. I love it. So never in the history of Bitcoin versus gold have we seen RSI close that low before, and that's not bullish. So two major negatives on Bitcoin versus gold for the first time in history. Is that a warning shot? I don't know. Bitcoin versus the euro already tagged the 200-week SMA. Came all the way down to 51,000. So close below this pivot point over here. Blah, blah, blah. What else? Yep. This is the monthly chart. You can see had the sell signal, Price came back to the 200-week SMA. This is the market cap. 3-week chart. Red trailing dots. Red trailing dots even came back to the 200-week SMA. So 2-week chart. Trailing dots on the 2-week chart came back to the SMA. Trailing dots came back to the trailing dot to the 200-week SMA, right? So several reasons why the bottom may not be in, right? Several, not one, not two, several reasons why. Ooh, Bitcoin 67,800, down 4% today. NASDAQ futures. Oh, we still got to get into all that. We have so much to cover. All right, boom. Let's wrap up Bitcoin. We got a lot of good looking. Well, I don't want to say good looking, but let's keep going. Let's get into it. Weekly chart, Ethereum. Oof. Bottom is in, crew. Ouch. XRP. Bottom is in, crew. They just got wicked. Chainlink. We've been covering it. We've been talking about it. Bear markets since 2021, May 2021, downward sloping 200-week moving average. Experts calling for still this whole entire move down end of 2025, January, even though with the downward sloping, calling for, all-time highs. Didn't happen. Cardano, downward sloping 200-week moving average, getting eaten alive. Algo, fresh new all-time lows. HBAR, XLM, probably coming in for those lows. Near the lows. Get it? MSTR, the canary in the coal mine. Still the canary in the coal mine. Still got rejected off the 200-week SMA. Right? Adam and Eve double top pattern. So many charts we've been right about. We'll never be 100% accurate, but man, gold still holding on. Got the daily chart, fractal, right? Put that fractal out from over here. Dollar's flat today, but broke out. Still pending buy signal on the weekly chart. The weekly chart closes today. Most likely is going to close with a buy signal. Most likely breaking out of this wedge. Could have come back for a retest. Sure. The trending dots are down here at 98.25. It's possible, right? Next week, maybe starts with a wick or a week or two and then comes back out. It's always possible, right? VIX broke out hard. This is the weekly chart. We were talking about the buy signal, the coiling, the coiling, the coiling. We talked about on the daily chart, buy signal breaking out, all that stuff. It's bullish. 27. That's not good for the markets if you're holding long term, right? Bigger move is happening right now. 2-week chart, we talked about it, had a buy signal. It's bullish. Monthly chart, 3-week chart, all had buy signals. It's bullish. It's spiking. It's spiking right now. We talked about it before it broke out. Before it broke out. Boom, 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 boom. What else? What else? What else? Then we get into the NASDAQ. What? Oof. Oof. There goes Hut. Hut. Riot. There goes Riot. Weekly chart. CLSK. Bitfarm. Wolf. There goes Wolf. We're going to make it. 200-week SMA down here at $19. Currently at 36. Iris Energy. 200-week SMA. $12. Currently at 38. Cypher. Pending sell signal on the weekly chart. $4.99 is the or call it $5 SMA. Currently at 14. SQQ. QQQQ. Bullish on the daily chart. US oil daily chart, ultra bullish. Last buy signal was January 8th, before the narrative started rolling out. Someone knew something. Someone knew something about the narratives that were about to get rolled out, right? They knew. They positioned ahead of time, right? They positioned ahead of time. Daily chart and weekly chart had buy signals back in January. Now they're ultra bullish on US oil. 2-week chart, ultra bullish on oil. You go all the way back, right? Probably got to do a log chart if I'm going to go on those high time frames that far back, but whatever. Pending buy signal in the 3-week chart. Wow. Big move in US oil. Monthly chart, pending buy signal. Woo-wee. Dang. What else? Gotta clean up some of these chart requests again. Let's switch over to the Magnificent 7, aka the Magnificent 80 now, whatever it is. Don't need that on there. ANF. Let's go weekly chart. ANF. DJT had a big sell-off candle yesterday on the weekly chart. Dow Jones Transportation dropping. TQQQQ. IWM dropping. That's the Russell. Here's the Russell futures dropping. Meta, Amazon, SMCI, UNH, Apple, Dow Jones futures, right? Adios. NVIDIA trying to hold on. SP 500 dropping. NASDAQ futures. These targets are inevitable. Inevitable. Netflix doing our thing over here. Is HGRAF stock? W Nash? Is that stock? I'm assuming it is, but can you let me know? Google, Microsoft, and we already covered that. K-Web, PLTR is catching a bounce. Relief rally for PLTR. Okay, thank you. Yep, I'll circle back. You got it. I think that's about it. Yep. Ooh-wee. Adios. Oh, probably nothing. Definitely something. Let's see. For all the channel people out there. Let's see. Channel. There it goes. Pretty self-explanatory. It's been an upward channel since April 2025 on Russell. Not anymore. Get a candle close below that, and it's already broke the channel, but a close below it is even more significant. Of course, it can come back up, retest it, let the training dots catch up, blah blah blah. Ooh, mic check, we're good. All right, Dow Jones. Yep. Ooh. SP 500 rounded. There we go. Okay. I think that's about it there. We'll keep an eye on Bitcoin before we wrap up. Let's go back over there. And yep, still below 68,000. And we'll take a look at some of the chart requests. And AVGO. I feel like someone had me look at this one. Maybe you. All right. So AVGO, yes, it had a buy signal yesterday and is catching a bounce, but seems like the top could be in. Had an 851% move from the low to the high. The weekly chart is holding on, but it's been weekly closes below the trending dots. So the next sell signal could push it down a lot more. So could price come back up here, fill this gap first? This gap was just filled at 388. That's why it's not showing on there. It was already filled. But there is a 3.4% gap up here. Could come back up, put in a lower high and or double top, and then continue lower, right? So it's all a possibility. These also are lower highs, and this could just be another lower high, right? So it was getting overbought. There was reverse candles on the topping pattern, bearish divergence. That's what this is representing, bearish divergence. And this is lower high, lower high. Now could it spike back up, close this gap, make a lower high, double top? Yes, it could. Microsoft did something very, very similar and came all the way back up, did a double top, and then dropped all the way down, hit all 4 out of 4 targets, filled a major gap down here, and the whole market looks like it wants to fill these gaps, the whole market. So there's a lot of tech stocks. The Nasdaq, SP 500, Dow Jones, Russell, all have small gaps down here. It seems like the market wants to fill those. So, is buy the dip season over? It seems like it. And you got the VIX pumping, the dollar is bullish, blah, 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 right? So there's a lot of reasons why. So that's that. Boom, 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 boom. Olsnick. Oh, yeah. What up? What up? What up? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Olsen Inc. Yeah. I thought you were misspelling my name on purpose. What else? TTD stock long. Okay. I wonder if it's on here. Oh. So gapped up. Buy signal. Oh, was it buy signal? Or let's see. Yeah, buy signal yesterday. Broke out of the downward trend line. There's some cautions though. I'm sure there's some cautions. Just like there was a buy signal over here, and then it got sold off. Buy signal, sold off, right? So is the bottom in? I think you had me cover this the other day or yesterday. So no need to keep covering it every single day. But yeah, because this sounds like deja vu that the bottom could be in, but every buy signal has been sold off, right? And the caution is it's a downward sloping 200-week SMA. Could it bounce? Could it fill this gap? Sure, it could. Could it fill this massive gap? This is a massive gap. Those are two major massive gaps. Yes, they could get filled. When, we don't know. What if it was 3 years from now, right? What if? So that's the daily chart. You got the gaps drawn out. The positive is it did break out above this trend, this automatically drawn trend line, buy signal, a little bit of retracement since the buy signal yesterday. The weekly chart is bearish though. The weekly chart is bearish, still has a lot of work to do to get back above the trending dots. A couple positives for a bounce though. It was getting oversold, reversed, and bounced, right? getting oversold, possibly reversing and bouncing. This would be a bullish engulfing candle. It's got a reversal candle on it as well. Um, so those are some positives. Just has a lot of overhead resistance. So until everything gets turned around, right? You can see on the weekly chart, overbought, reversal, comes back down. Overbought, reversal, comes all the way back down. Oversold, reverse. Oversold, reversing, right? So could be a bounce play. Let me change it to white. There you go. So it's possible you can extend this out. Right? Thanks, automatic trend lines. Making my job faster and easier. There you go. Right? So it's possible. Let's see, where's my price gets rejected up and around here if it's going to have a bigger breakout. So it might take some more time to play out. Is the bottom in? It could be. It could be. At least for a local bottom, right? At least a local bottom, and could see a bigger breakout to the upside, but still has a lot of work to do. That's interesting. We have long term. Bum, bum, bum. We have long term bullish divergence. So that's interesting. Possible wedge. So a higher low is a higher probability. Where's this drawing tool at? There we go. What if comes back up like this, puts in that higher low, and then goes for a bigger run to the 200-week moving average, right? So that's possible. Bounce, come all the way back down, consolidate, and then takes a little bit longer for an actual larger bounce like that. So daily chart is bullish. There are signs that the weekly chart could be flipping around. Pending reversal candle closes today. It will close with the reversal candle. Really sure about that. Bullish engulfing candle on top of it. Bullish divergence. You got it. All of that. But looking at the higher time frames, like we've already pointed out, there's a lot of work to do. And this would actually line up perfectly with getting rejected off of the 2-week trending dots, coming all the way back down, putting in a higher low. Those trending dots catch up, right? And then goes. So the move could be coming, like the move, but this first move might not be the biggest move, right? So hopefully that helps. Hopefully that helps. That's interesting though. TTD. Woo! What else? What else? HG. I don't know if I have that one on here. I'd be surprised. HGRAF. Yeah, no matching symbol. Probably not a lot of volume or a large stock, but we can look for it over here. HGRAF. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. Get the 200-week SMA down here at 47 cents. When? We don't know, but eventually price comes back down to the 200-week SMA. It's really overextended right now. And from this last buy signal move, it pumped 5,550%. It's currently up 4,700%. So if you're in a long, like, are you longing right now? Because that, to me, that would be chasing. That would be fear of missing out that the move already happened. And massive move though. That monthly buy signal was at 11 cents ish. Crazy move. Uh, is it getting over? Is it overbought? Yes. Would I be shorting it right now? No, because the higher time frames are bullish and ultra bullish. But doesn't mean that the top is not in. It just means that it's too early to call it. You got a wick, you got a bearish engulfing candle. Seems like it probably wants to retest the trailing dots whenever that is. Could go through a topping pattern that takes time to play out, but that's about it. Yep. Sweet Canary 3006. What up? So I think that's about it. There's a couple more requests, but they were late requests. So remind me on Monday. We can take a look at it for you. USEG for Toby Artox. Remind me. We can take a look at it. Decred. Yeah. Remind me on Monday because we're getting late into it already. And I got a lot of things to get going over here. But yeah, just remind me, and then but give me all the details. Like, what's Decred? Like, what's the ticker symbol? Is it crypto? Is it stock? Blah blah blah. Right? Can't just assume that I know 30,000 symbols, and some of the symbols overlap. Right? So help me, help you, help me. I would appreciate that. And let's take one last glance over at Bitcoin, 68,000 pending sell signal. Bitcoin, same bounce, same result. Looks like it's going to play out very similarly, whether that's the double bounce or just the one bounce and then sell off, right? The one push up, come back down, sell off like the yellow line or the blue line that we had already drawn out. So with that, hope everyone has a good weekend. Have a good rest of your evening, your day on this glorious Friday. And thank you. Yeah, just remind me Decred on Monday, and I'll be happy to do it for you. But yeah, that's where we're at. And have a good weekend. Spend some time with your friends and family and get outside if you can. If it's not 20 below zero here in Southern California, it's in the 70s. So we're going to get outside and enjoy the weather as well. Take the baby to the park and whatever the case may be. With that, we will see you on the next one. We'll continue to sniper the markets together. Have a good rest of your day. Adios.